Don't forget the ads pay for the duck feed. You can click the link below, 50 ducks in a hot tub, and you can subscribe monthly as little as $1.71 a month, or you can buy one of these cool t-shirts. And if you don't want a t-shirt and you don't want to pay monthly, you can make a one-time donation to help us feed the ducks so that we can donate everything we raise this year to charity at the end of the season. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for May the 23rd. And the hatcher, last night it was absolutely unbelievably cold here, guys. 5 a.m. this morning, minus 3.5. So the back room stayed really cool. And when I came out here, it was only 34 degrees or 34.8 degrees in the hatcher. Now it is up to 37.3 right now. These ceramic heat emitters are not as hot as light bulbs, so I've got to, thankfully, I ordered a whole bunch of different sizes, so I'm going to increase the wattage on the two top ones to see if it helps with the temperature. But first I'm going to go let the ducks out, and then I'm going to come back in here. We're going to wash everything today and get it in there, and I'm going to have all the trays in and let it run all day and see what it's going to be like tomorrow morning. Because I think tomorrow night or either Monday morning, I gotta look at the calendar, but the 28th is hatch day. So 3 days before is Monday, but I think last year I did it a day early or the night early, so probably tomorrow night I'll put the eggs in there. But first we're gonna go let the ducks out and do egg recon and get back to working on this thing and get it running and get it all set up and wash everything up. The rest of the stuff inside's all washed up. But it was really cold. Like when I got up this morning, I actually had to turn the heat on in the house. It was so cool. But I think I just, right now I got 100 watt on the top. I've got some 200 watters. I gotta check the limit on the draw on the controller. I think it's 10 amps. I'm not too sure, but I gotta get my glasses on because the print's really small on that one. I'll have to read the manual on that. So, but let's go out first, let the ducks out, and do egg recon, and come back in here and get this the final tuning up of the hatcher done. Last night when I put the ducks inside, the female goose was sitting on the nest again, and she was sitting on an egg, and the egg that we got yesterday morning wasn't a goose egg. I double checked it this morning because the egg that she left me last night was was white, because goose eggs are a lot whiter than duck eggs, and it didn't match that egg that she was sitting on yesterday morning. That egg she was sitting on yesterday morning was a duck egg. So let's get these ducks out. Come on, ducks! Oh, they're so slow. Pretty soon we're going to be able to let them out first thing in the morning once the egg laying stops here. They're confused. There's a whole bunch of them sleeping on the other side. Come on, slowpokes. Actually, before we do egg recon, let's go in and check this this Muscovy situation out. It's bad, guys. This girl that left her nest, I'm gonna candle her eggs. I just haven't the time because I'm trying to get the hatcher done here, and I've got to set up a new building here for the ducks. Oh, look at this! There's a bunch of them sleeping still. Wake up, ducks! Okay, so who's out here? Angel Wing, Survivor Duck. She's back on the nest, but her eggs are no good. Alright, so what's going on in here? Is she back in there? Yep. Okay, I wonder if she has any idea that she killed her eggs. Oh, man, I don't know about this. Alright, guys, so I'll give you a shot here. I'm going to turn the viewfinder so you can see. Actually, I'm going to zoom in here. Bear with me. Okay, so we've got one girl here, she's watching us. I've got another one over here, she's watching us. Let's look at that. Okay, and then we've got one over here. And then in here, we've got two girls in here. And then we've got the one on the end. And then the end nest, and I'm going to take a look here. What do we got on the end nest here? Nothing in this one. Now this one down here, there was eggs. Let's see if I can get you a view. There is a bunch of eggs in there, but no one's sitting on them. But this girl here, I gotta, once I get this hatcher all taken care of, I'm gonna just leave her here. I don't get this duck. You know, there's no way that those eggs survived. Like, you know, they were like all overnight, and it was a cool night. And when I touched the eggs, ice cold. So I think that was June the 2nd she was due. So there ain't going to be a hatch the first week of June. I just, unless there's something, you know, Muscovy eggs can handle the, you know, complete cool down like that at the end, but I don't think they can. I never heard of a incubation be able to go that cold. I'm just going to take a look here to see if there's any sign of the Canada Geese. They were flying in the lake this morning. No sign of them anywhere. They were flying. Two of them were flying on the lake. It was about 5 a.m. Well, when I got about 5, it was minus 3.5. And I looked out and I could see them flying around. One was in the water, and I actually got my binoculars and I took a look, and there was no sign of little ones. So unless they were back on the nest and mom was keeping them warm, which makes sense because, you know, minus 3.5. You know, wild bird or not, it still needs to be warm because those duckling or goslings, I should say, when they were here yesterday, the fact that they were still yellow and not gray, that they just hatched. I wouldn't doubt that they were less than, you know, 36 hours old, 48 hours tops. You know, they were really young. So I'm gonna we'll throw the pivot heads on here, and we'll do egg recon, and then we'll get this hatcher, the final done on the hatcher. It's warm enough now that I can get on the back deck and wash everything, because last night it was far too cold, plus it was far too late. I couldn't believe it. I worked on that hatcher, I think it was like 9:15 before I sat down. I had something to eat, then came back out and continued working on it. All right, let's get egg recon happening. Doug, where are you? You're a lazy dog. Sunning yourself on the front deck. Alright, let's see what we got here for eggs. So when I get the hatcher done and get it set up, I'm in here. I've got to start configuring the new enclosure for them, because I have to get the ducks set up a place outside here. I got some heavy duty tarps that I'm going to cover it up so they have actual an enclosure. Oh, we got visitors here. They're making an awful lot of noise. Are they going to the lake? Well, they might be heading down there. Actually, after egg recon, before I go and start working on the hatcher, I'll grab the big camera and we'll go down to the lake to see if we can see the goslings anywhere. All right, into the barn. Doug, he's so funny. He was following me around yesterday. Actually, he was in the way. Actually, Doug gets really jealous of the tools when I get working, because I focus on what I'm doing and I'm not paying attention to Doug. And he's it's really funny. He claws at me and nudges me and rubs against me. It's like, and the more I work, the more he gets upset that I'm not paying attention to him. All the gooses in here again. Oh, this. Like I said, today I'm setting up a place for them. And if she wants to start sitting on a nest, I wonder if she laid another egg. She really wants to sit on a nest. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen in here. Oh, look at her. She's hissing at me. Relax. Oh, you're upset. All right, what do we got here? Just listen to her. I'm surprised Doug's not coming in. Oh, she's upset I'm in here. Yeah, I gotta come up with something outside, which is I gotta start on today. It's gonna take me the next 2 days to do it, and then transfer the eggs into the hatcher probably Sunday night, and then get out here Monday and Tuesday and get the barn completely set up. No goose egg. These are duck eggs. But she's probably going to lay later today, because last night when I came down here and did lock up, she was sitting on a goose egg. And when I set up the place for the ducks outside in this grid building that I'm going to configure for them, I'm actually going to make a spot for her. So if she wants to sit on eggs, there'll be a spot that she can call her own. We'll see if it works. Unfortunately, the lean-to on the side of the barn is just, not, it's not good because I can't get in there. It's a pain with the 2 foot. It's only 2 feet high inside. Come on, duck. Come on, out you come. I know. They get so upset. Okay. Oh, that's a tiny little egg. I bet you that egg doesn't even have a yolk. I've had these before when they're small like this, and they're just white. No yolk in them at all. Oh, I can't believe it. This week, the hatch. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yes, guys, that's another thing. Relax, duck. The other time, I think about a couple of weeks ago, I said, I couldn't remember my hatches from last year number-wise. Well, this morning I was talking to my buddy, and I got my notes out. Last year, my biggest hatch was 170 ducklings, which actually was my second hatch. The first hatch was 130. So my second hatch was the biggest hatch I had, was 170. So we've got 450, I think, eggs left. And, when I handled them, every single one of them was alive. So if we have 400 ducklings at one crack, that is going to be over double what I did last year in one hatch. Now, don't count your ducklings before your eggs hatch, but, just to let you know, last year, my biggest hatch, 170. Now, that's a duck egg. Look at the size of that egg. So that's 2 double yolkers in a row. Yesterday I got another, it was a double yolker, so actually that feels like about 35 eggs. All right. Yeah, so this week I got to get this all set up. And if we got 400 ducks, I got to do a little bit of figuring here on how I'm going to do this on the hatch. I'm thinking that I might end up just doing the whole barn and not doing it divided up. I'm seriously thinking about it, because I thought about when I saw the numbers this morning. I saw 400 or 170 was my biggest hatch last year, which I put into 2 kiddie pools, split them up. It's like because basically a kiddie pool about 100 ducklings in it for the first week. But if I got 400 at one crack, I'm going to have to turn the whole barn into one daycare, and then when I have the second wave, I'll put them inside of kiddie pools, and the ducklings will just have to work around it. I gotta get my head around it here the next day, figure this out, because I didn't realize it till it was 6 o'clock this morning. I'm talking to my friend, and it was like I realized, okay, I'm gonna have twice as many as I had last year. So I gotta think about this, because 2 kiddie pools, wind. 2 kiddie pools is not enough for 400 ducklings. Not enough room. All right, guys, let's go to the lake. I'm gonna put the eggs over here. I'll grab the big camera, and we'll go down and see if we can see the Canada geese. You're not gonna believe it, guys. I get down to the lake, I can hear the geese over at the creek. Let's double check. As soon as Duck and I got down here, got out in the opening. Sorry about that, guys. I just saw a trail. I thought, okay, we had something coming through, but it's just an old trail from last year. Yeah, as soon as Doug and I got down here, all I could hear was the geese at the creek. They're probably already headed towards the yard. It's just, yeah, no sign of them down here. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna have to get the boat set up here. Well, first I gotta take care of my hatch in this situation, but I gotta get the boat out, get it down here so that we can see if we can do a little bit of a recon here and see what's going on with the geese. Come on, Dougie. All right, let's go back to the yard. Because like I said, I heard them directly over there at the creek at the bottom of the yard. Okay guys, the geese are here. Just gonna see if I can get close here. I'm gonna try to zoom in for you. I don't see the babies. There they are. But I don't see the babies anywhere. Okay, I don't see big goslings anywhere, guys. I'm going down there. I gotta see this here because this is, you know, if the goslings are gone already, I mean something got them. Either snapping turtles, otters, or you know, coyotes, foxes, who knows. But the fact that, you know, two birds walking, and you know, and I clearly saw them the other day. Well, you know, you guys saw them on the video also. You know, those babies, they stuck right to mommy and daddy. So let's. I'm gonna go down here. I'll leave the camera running, and we'll see if we can catch a glimpse of them. The ducks being down here might have caused them not to come into the yard. They might be a little apprehensive to come into the yard with their babies if there's ducks here. Okay, we got 4 Canada Geese, guys. Actually, there's 5. Oh, where are they? I wish I had my glasses. I can't see. There. Okay, there must be babies around here because they're not leaving. And actually, they're coming towards us, so Doug and I might be getting attacked here shortly. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, they're coming right at us. There's got to be goslings down here. Sorry about this, guys. I'm filming in Braille here because I can't really see. Okay, the goslings must be hiding around here somewhere. I'm looking around, I don't see any movement. They've got to be hiding here or these guys would take off. Oh, that's a big male. He is massive, man. Sorry about the bad camera, guys. I'm trying to scan the area here and keep the viewfinder on them, but the fact that these birds are all sticking together, is it 4 or 5? I can't really see. Oh, it is 5. You know, if they're starting to do a family unit because they've had their hatch. Okay, there's goslings here. Where are they? The goslings are hiding because these guys are waiting for me to get out of here. I'm scanning the area here in Braille, guys, because I can't actually see anything. One, I got the sun on my on the viewfinder here. Plus, I'm blind. Do you see anything? Is there any sign? I don't see anything. Well, the goslings are around here somewhere. Because if they weren't, these guys would have left. Because every single time I've come down here and they're here, they go out to the lake. So where are their babies hiding? They've got to be around here somewhere. Oh, it's so bad. I need to weed whack this. Trim this down. Yeah, I'm gonna go out a little closer here to them. If they only knew that, you know, I'm not gonna do anything to them. This is a, you know, it's a safe zone until the fall for them. And I'm not talking about me hunting either. Okay, they're trying to distract me here. The fact that they're staying this close. Oh, that would just suck if they've already lost their goslings. I don't see anything here. And Doug's smelling, he doesn't smell anything. And I know Doug, you know, I know with goslings, ducklings, he doesn't do anything to them. They're actually, that's I think that's the favorite stage of the ducks for them, is when they're the day old. Alright guys, this is bizarre. Unless that's a, you know, completely different group of geese. I don't see anything down here. You know, I don't know how smart baby, you know, goslings are as far as hiding is concerned. You know, I know they do hide, and then, you know, the parents distract, you know, whatever the threat is. But I don't see anything in the water. I don't see anything down here, guys. You know, I know one thing. Cutting the swamp back, I've lived here since 1995. I have never seen this many birds here. Never. You know, usually, you know, it's just blackbirds and grackles. But we have got everything. I think it's because the swamp's open now. The birds are coming in and digging in the mud. The only thing I can think of is the goslings are hiding in the bulrushes on that side. Because look at them. They're staying right there. Like, that is just bizarre. And with Doug right there, you know, like, Doug is right there. And normally you know, when Doug comes around, you know, they don't run from him because, you know, they've gotten quite used to him so far this spring, but they don't stay that close. So their babies have got to be close by. It's a real shame. I was hoping to catch them on video for you. And I don't, nothing, guys. All right. Well, we'll leave them alone. And we'll go back to what we're supposed to be doing here, which is working on the hatcher. All right, Doug, come on. Doug! Doug! Come! You know what? He was going to go swimming with them. That's what he was going to do. He was headed over there to go in the water with them. Come on! And I know exactly what the geese would do to him if he was in the water. They would beat the crap out of him. I've seen it. Actually, to be exact, 1991, Stanley Park, Vancouver. I was, or 1990, fall of 1990. I was there with my dog, and he went in the water because there were some Canada geese in the water, and I watched this Canada goose just pound the crap out of this dog in the water. He couldn't get out of the water fast enough. They were pounding him with their wings and biting at him. And okay, we got some duckies heading down here. Oh, this duck's going for some. Yeah, so I've seen them beat up dog before. It isn't. It wouldn't be the first, but it'd be the first catching on video. All right, what's this duck doing? What are you doing, duck? Oh, you can't make your mind up, huh? All right, let's go back. Let's go to work. Let's get this hatcher taken care of. It's warmed up enough now. I can wash everything up and get it loaded up and get it running. Run it for another 24 hours. Like I said, I'm going to increase the higher wattage on the top. Get the because this morning it just was not warm enough. It was like 34.8, which is too cool. But the back room was really cold. Because the temperature last night, minus 3.5. But it's over. The weather forecast now is it's summer officially from this point on. Well, it looks like the ducks are heading to the creek here. They're it looks like a crossbreed, a ruin, and a Peking are already down in the water. Now, if the geese, Canada Geese are down there, it could be we could get a turnaround here and they'll be all coming back, but. It looks like they're headed to the lake. Well, at least down to the creek. Some of them really need a bath. Here, I'll just show you this one here. I think I got it, my viewfinder right here. Look how dirty that thing is. She's been rolling in the mud. Well, they're headed down. They've been doing the last, I think this will be the third day now that they're really interested in drilling down here. That's all they want to do is drill in the mud. Okay, well, I'll show you here. Look at this. That's all they've been doing. Just drilling. I know one thing, they're making it really, really mucky. It's really hard to walk. Just look at them go. Duck paradise. You guys have no idea how good the eggs taste when they're like doing this kind of stuff. It really changes the flavor. It makes them really, really strong tasting. In a good way. Okay, the ducks are having second thoughts here. I'll just try to get a shot for you. Where they go. They're hesitating to go in the water. Alright, I gotta get to work here. I'm not gonna waste so much time. Alright, let's get the hatcher going. Let's get that off my to-do list, and then I can get out here and do some work and get this set up. I'm getting excited here, guys. We're so close. It's like Christmas time. Actually, that's what it feels like. I feel like a kid, and it's Christmas. With this hatch coming up. Oh man, 400. If I could, 400 could be 400. I hope so. That double the size of last year's hatch. That's a lot of ducklings at one crack. The hatch is ready. I actually found some air filters that I didn't even know I had that fit on the. Well, I'll show you the inside here. There's little filters that go on those humidifiers. So that'll actually help because the inside gets so covered in fluff. So I put the filters on. That'll help cut down on the fluff accumulation. But there you go, guys. It's done. Lights in it. Clean the glass. We're ready to go. I'm not going to put a mic in it this year because last year the mic inside, all you could hear was the fan noise because it's so loud. But I think it's going to work out fine. I'll let it run for 24 hours and we'll see what happens here. But everything's washed up. It's all sterilized. It's it's disinfected. I put 200 watt heat at the top instead of the 100 watters because it wasn't getting up to it wasn't holding the heat at the temperature. Because right now, we are early this year because the last year we didn't hatch. I think it was June the 10th was the first hatch. So the weather's not exactly warm as it was back then. So the room's a little cooler. So I've got 900 watts total of heat in there now. I can go up to 1200 watts, but I didn't want to overload the that little controller. Thought I'd be a little bit, a little safe than sorry. So that's it. I'm going to sort the eggs here that I've got stockpiled so far, because I'm saving eggs just in case something goes wrong. And tomorrow night, probably tomorrow night, I'm going to be transferring into here, or very early Monday morning. But something tells me tomorrow night, because I think last year I did it the night before the third day. So I'm excited. This is it. The fact that I don't have to open up the incubator or the hatcher to put water in, I can actually leave it locked. It's got to make a difference. So we'll see tomorrow morning what it looks like and how it's running, and to see if I got the bugs worked out of it. I feel positive about it, guys. That's all I can say. So I've got to run to town. I totally forgot. I have to go to town, so I'm not going to be able to start the pen today. Plus it's clouding over. It looks like it's going to rain. So we'll see how it is like when I get back from town. Well, I haven't gone to town yet. I'm doing eggs. I got 3 trays here. Here's another tray. So I've got 4 trays worth of eggs stockpiled. And tomorrow we're going to be emptying trays, so I'll have more to tray. Something tells me, guys, I need to keep this ball rolling just in case we have a problem. But today I'm putting 3 goose eggs in, because the last since the 19th, the 21st, and the 22nd, the goose has given us an egg. So I'm going to put them in, so we have 3 at once here. So I'm going to take these guys out. Actually, I got to do some figuring while I got these out. I got to get a calendar here, guys. I got to be back. I'll be back, I should say. Okay, so here's the breakdown, guys. We've got 9 goose eggs that are due June the 5th. Now my candle, I can't see through them. They're too dark. I can't see inside of them at all. So there's 9 on June the 5th, 1 on June the 6th, 1 on June the 7th, 1 on the 9th, 1 on the 10th, 1 on the 15th, 1 on the 18th, 1 on the 20th, 1 on the 21st, and then 3 on the 27th. So that's what we have for eggs for the goose. Now, if she lays one, look out, Doug. If she lays one tonight, I'll put it in so we at least have 4 for the 27th. But I'm going to be doing a lot of. I have a hunch. I think what's going to happen, guys, is I'm going to end up having goslings in the house with me. Because of the staggered hatch on them, I'm going to actually have. I'm going to have them in the house. I'm going to have them in a little container, recycle bin or something in the house, and they're going to seriously imprint on me, because I'm going to be basically living with them. So I got to run to town now. I've got everything I can do right now taken care of, and I got to go do a job that I didn't count on. Go to the concrete jungle. Haven't gone to town yet. I've been screwing with the hatcher here. Some told me the top was hot, and I took a probe. I moved the probe up there, and there was a 2-degree temperature difference between midway and the top. So what I've done is I had that computer fan from last year. Here, I'll just turn off the light here. Okay, so now we can see inside, hopefully here. I don't know if you can narrow the window, but what I've done is I had that computer fan from last year for my humidity generator, the first one I designed. So I've hung it from the ceiling, and it blows sideways basically against the heating elements, the general direction, so that the air is not so hot up there. Get the movement around a little bit better. It seems to have evened out now, because the temperature is only half a degree difference. It's 25.9 and it's 25.3. Well, it just changed. It was 25.4 a second. So it's much better. It was 3 degrees difference before. So it seems to have helped. We'll see what happens here. I'll check it later on today. But now I gotta get to town before the stores close, because I can't believe it's already 4:30. I can't. I've blown the whole afternoon here screwing with this, but I think I've got it worked out. Everything's cleaned up. I got the the fan, the circulation's good, as best as I can get it, I should say, and I think it's way better than last year. We'll see. Later today I'll check it. But I gotta get to town quick here, because like I said, it's 4:30. I can't believe the whole day. All right, I'm off. Got back from town. The whole inside of the incubator full of water. Turns out my little O-rings that I used for the water fittings was causing the fitting not to be really tight. It had a little bit of flex to it, so it was dripping. And I came back, and the whole inside was full of water. So what I had to do was I took the O-rings right out, and I'll just give you a shot here. I made, if you look inside there, I'll try to zoom in here, guys, just so you can see. What I did was I took a fender washer, and you can see there I made I took the electrician's hole saw, and I drilled the fender washer bigger. So I made 8 of them, and I got rid of the washer, the O-ring I should say, completely. And what I did was I siliconed it, and I used the washer so that I could get the fitting so that it was totally rigid. Now what I did was I put silicone on the underside of the washer first, then slid it into place, and then tightened it down into place, and it sucked some silicone into the inside here. Then I just put silicone, or dabbed her all around the outside. So I did it all. Now what it's done now, because I've got rid of the O-ring, this fitting is absolutely rigid. It has no flex to it whatsoever. It's actually now a solid part of the housing. That's what it needed. It needed to be solid with some silicone in between. So this has to work. Well, I shouldn't say has to, but it should, because like I took the fitting and I put silicone around the inside and then put it in and then tightened it on, and it did suck the silicone inside and fill the cavity, so there's no way water could get by it anymore, plus the silicone around the outside. So I'm gonna let it sit tonight, fill it up tomorrow morning. It'll be because I didn't silicone the inside of the container. The amount of silicone in there will harden up. It'll be hardened in about 12 hours. So tomorrow I'll fill the water up. But I'm going to let it run tonight with the heat, just because another thing, guys, those ceramic infrared heat emitters are not as hot as a light bulb. I'm actually right now what I had to do was I've got 900 watts. So last year I heated this whole cabinet with 700 watts worth of light bulbs. So I've got 900 watts of these things, two 500, two 250s at the bottom, and two 200s at the top, and it still was 1 degree Celsius, couldn't get it up. So what I've done is I made another one of these right here, but this one now is plugged directly into the power bar. It just runs all the time, so it'll be a 250 watt constant heat source. I'm at the limit of my circuit on a 15 amp circuit here, so I'm hoping that this extra 250 watts is what it's going to take to get it up to 37.9 or 37.8 degrees Celsius, which I'm going to know tonight. I'm going to run it tonight. It should, because what was happening was the heater just wasn't turning off. It was just running continuously, because these ceramic heat emitters are not as hot as a light bulb. I was actually quite shocked. I thought for sure they'd be hotter, but they're not. They've got a lot of surface heat, like red hot surface heat, but it just doesn't heat up the cavity like light bulbs. Like last year, I think I got away with 600 watts, 400 watts with the light bulbs on the bottom and 200 watts at the top, and that kept the whole cabinet hot. So I might have to go back to light bulbs, which we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to get it powered up here. I'm going to let it run tonight, see what happens. Tomorrow the humidity trays will be hardened up, the silicone, we can put them in there. I know I solved the problem, because it was the flex, because the you just couldn't squeeze it hard enough with the nuts and those O-ring washers. It was causing too much flex, and it was just leaking, dripping. And well, all 3 were dripping, and like I said, I came home, well, I got a towel in there drying it up right now. So curveballs, but we still got time, because technically we're not loading the incubator till Monday morning, so it's only Saturday night, so we're still good. I meant to say we're loading the hatcher. Incubator's already loaded, so we've got till Monday morning the latest, so we still got time.